Now, how did y'all get into the game? Like y'all, how did y'all get y'all deal? What was the process like for that? Did y'all have to cut a demo? Was y'all shopping it around, or how did that work?
Oh no, there was none of that. I mean, even at that time, there was really no labels. Actually, you can shop your music too. There was only what's the label? Flash, Furious Five, and Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill was out, and Joy was out. But a lot of these rappers were coming out of the Bronx and Harlem. I think there was
Mm-hmm.
only one rapper coming out of Brooklyn. That was Jimmy Spicer, who made the song, the Super Rhyme song, and Dollar Dollar Bill, y'all. So there wasn't really an outlet for rap music at that time. We won a rap contest, and the first place prize was a recording contract. So that's how we got put on into the music industry and the world of hip hop. So um, yeah, that was it. So and the label we signed to was called Tin Pan Apple Records. It was a small distribution record label, ran out of somebody's office. So it was really small, but we made the best of it. You know what I mean? So that's how we
Ah,
got into the game.
now, and when y'all signed with them, y'all was the Disco 3 initially, or y'all had already
Yeah.
changed the name?
No, no, we didn't change the name until we had our first hit song, which was Fat Boys, but we were the Disco Three. The management didn't really like the name because he couldn't market the name Disco. Plus, there was a group by the name of Disco Four, so we was called Disco Three. So we were so naive to think that we can actually just keep the name Disco Three, and there was a Disco Four out. So we changed. We after our first hit song, which was Fat Boys, we changed the name from Disco Three to Fat Boys.
Ah, okay, okay. Now, by
Yeah.
this time, had the term hip hop been invented yet?
Oh yeah. Cowboy, Keith Cowboy from the Flash and Furious Five.
Mhm.
He's the one that termed that had the phrase hip hop.
Right,
And
right.
so I mean hindsight is 2020. Let's say he marketed that word. Guy probably been a trillionaire to this day. I mean he passed away in 1989, but
Mm.
everything is based around that word. This whole culture was turned upside down because of the word hip hop, because of the culture. So everything was relevant to this particular music and this particular culture. But he coined the phrase hip hop back in 1980 when they did a song called Freedom. And well, he did it before that, but at the end of the song, he's rapping a cappella, and he said, "To the hip hop, shoe bop, the bop, take a look on your arm and check the clock." And just us hearing that, we were like, "Yo," he said, "hip hop." Like we was calling it just rap. We were just saying rap. Um, we was calling it freestyle. We was calling it freestyle. We was calling it rap. We wasn't calling it hip hop. So once he coined the phrase hip hop, that's what the name pretty much took off. And like I said, had he patented that word at the time, he would have been man. He'd been probably had more money than Bill Gates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, definitely. Because hip hop is a global thing. I've seen it firsthand. Because I'm in Africa right now. I'm in Cabo Verde, but I've been to almost 70 countries, man. Hip hop is everywhere,
Yeah.
man. You'd be surprised how much, and they really love like the old school underground hip hop. They have a deep appreciation for it when you go to Europe and Asia and Africa.
Right.
You people still breakdancing, you b-boying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, things move so fast here in the states, in America, that you can breakdancing, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to breakdancing, but it kind of wore out its welcome. Like by '85, early '86, nobody was even breakdancing anymore. So that
Hmm.
just goes to show you how quick everything was moving in the hip hop culture. People just stopped breakdancing. Everybody wanted to start rapping because rapping was where the money was at.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, now I got a question about the beatboxing. Now, how did y'all get into that? Were y'all the first to do it, or y'all just was one of the people that made it most popular, or what was your perspective on that?
Chill Will, Dougie Fresh DJ said we made it global. We didn't know Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh didn't know us. So we really don't know who did it first. We knew Buff because we grew up with Buff. I can
Right.
remember somebody actually telling us. They came on our block one day, and they said there's a guy that lives in Harlem that does the same thing that you do, talking about Buff. And we asked what was his name. He said his name is Dougie. He didn't say Fresh. He just said his name is Dougie. And we're like, well, we never heard of him. He said, well, y'all should hook up because he's doing the same thing as your boy is doing, which is Buff. But like I said, I don't know who did it first because I didn't know Dougie, and Dougie didn't know us. So Dougie did hit me up with some text messages over the summer and saying stuff like he was giving me flyers from back in '82 and say, see, Buff name wasn't on these flyers, and Buff, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, Rock, but Buff name wasn't on this flyer. I was out, but you got to remember we couldn't go to the places in Harlem. We were too young to get in, so of course we wasn't rocking at places like T Connection and Rooftop. We couldn't get in. We were like, we were just getting into high school. So we're like 15 years old. So how can we get into these clubs? You had to be 18 and over. So I really don't know who did it first. But, I give respect to both of them for laying down the foundation. They actually became the 6-part element of hip hop by doing that, along with Bismarck E and, Rozelle and these guys.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Most definitely. One of the best to ever do it.